welcome back to episode 2 of Photog Real Talk, where we get real about stuff that's going to make money and get you clients in your photography business. So today we are going to talk about the main killer of photography businesses and how you can make sure that it doesn't happen to you. So there is a disease, an epidemic in the photography world, and it is called comparisonitis. Now, you may have experienced comparisonitis, and you will know if you've had symptoms of jealousy, weepiness at night, looking at other photographers and how busy they are, seeing photographers making thousands of dollars in one session, feeling like you're never going to be good enough to be able to do that, and that you should just give up now and it's all over. So let me tell you the exact definition of comparisonitis as I have defined it. It is comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel and then feeling like crap about your progress and stopping all innovation because you feel stressed that you're not where they are right this very second. So, if you have had comparisonitis, or if, you probably will have comparisonitis at some point or another, because it's a very human thing to experience. And as I mentioned, it's a very, very common epidemic. But we're going to kind of talk about some ways that it manifests itself in your life. And then I'm going to give you 3 really simple ways to combat comparisonitis when it comes on. So it's like your medicine if you start feeling comparisonitis coming on. Okay, cool. The internet is probably the best and the worst thing that has happened to small business owners. It's so great because there are so many resources at our disposal. There are so many things that we get to learn and see how people do. But I think it's also the worst thing that's ever happened to small businesses, because what happens is you're seeing everyone else's successes, and you're seeing everything good that's happening in their business, and you're looking at it going, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. Or you're seeing all these other people that are feeling the same thing as you, and then you all kind of come together and you go, oh, it's so hard, like, oh, photography, no one will pay, these people are ruining the industry, this is the worst, blah. Okay, so those are the 2 things that happen when you get on the internet as a photographer. So neither of those things are good. Not good. So if this has been you, which I'm going to be honest, it's been me. I have suffered from comparisonitis before, and my name is Angela. I'm a recovering comparisonitis photographer. And it's basically just always putting yourself in wallowing and self-pity, or in sadness that you're not where you want to be yet. So it could be that you're looking at all of these people that, like, they started at the same time that you were and now they're gaining momentum and you're not yet. Or it's, that person that has a $20,000 session and you're not there yet. Or you've been in business 8 years and you're feeling like you're kind of stuck. And then there's the photographer down the street that's charging $50 for a session and is super busy. But in reality, they're probably not making money, and you cannot compare yourself to what you think is going on with someone else, or what you perceive to be going on. Or, that person that's making $20,000 a session, my guess would be is that they've been in business a long time, they're highly established, and that they didn't start at $20,000 for a session, right? That's pretty safe to say. I think it would be highly unusual if somebody jumped out of the gate with their own business, having that high of prices. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, but I don't think so. So when you get into comparisonitis mode, it is so easy to just stop being productive. You start wallowing. Maybe you're one of those people that gets your ice cream and watches The Bachelor or whatever, unless that's just me. But when you start wallowing, or when all you start thinking are ugh, I'm never going to get there, negative, 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 like we talked about in episode 1, you stop being productive, right? So anytime that you start going into comparisonitis mode, you are more focused on that person's business than you are on your own business, which means that you're not growing your business because most of your attention and your energy is being focused elsewhere. And the only thing that you can control in this world is yourself and your thoughts and your emotions. And believe it or not, you can control your thoughts and your emotions. I didn't believe it either when I first heard it, and it doesn't feel true sometimes, but I promise you it's true. So, I want you to be your best and your most productive and your most creative and your most innovative photographer self, so that you can actually start getting clients and marketing productively and knowing where to invest your time and your money to really grow your business. So, because of that, we're going to talk about 3 ways, not 6, 3 ways to get you out of comparisonitis mode when you find yourself falling into it. Because it really is an epidemic, and it is a habit that I would bet you've just always done, whether it's in your photography business or with friends or family members or random people on the internet that you see. And it's hard. It's hard to see other people that have what you have or have what you want, and you feel like you're stuck. So here are 3 super simple ways. They do take practice, but they're super simple ways that when you practice them, they get easier over time, okay? Okay, so number 1 is acknowledge the jealousy and use it to fuel your fire. So what I mean by that is being jealous is not always a bad thing. It's only bad if you let it stop you from being productive and moving forward. But when you see a photographer that you love or that you admire and they're just making bank, right? And you know that they are. And you're like, man, I wish that was me. Like, why am I not there yet? I want you to stop and be like, okay, I'm totally jealous right now. And I can feel that I am super jealous. So, what is my jealousy trying to tell me? So you can say, okay, so I am jealous because they're making a ton of money per session, and I really want to be making a ton of money per session. So, what can I start doing in my business to start working towards making $20,000 per session if that's what you're jealous of, or even if it's just $1,500 a session that you're jealous of? It really doesn't matter. Whatever you're starting to feel jealous of, really let it guide you to, okay, so that is something that I really desire. So instead of just sitting here and being like, oh, boo, what was me? This is so hard, which can be super easy to fall into. Believe me, I've been there. I know. But you don't have to do that. Instead, I want you to say, okay, so I'm super jealous of that. What does that mean? How can I start to build my business to get it to where they are? I want to have sessions that I can charge that much. I want to have sessions that people are flying from all over the country to come work with me. I want to have sessions. I just want to have 5 sessions a month. Like whatever it is, use that jealousy to fuel your fire instead of allowing it to totally cripple you into not doing anything because you just think it's all done and that you'll never get where they are. Cool? Okay, so that's the first one, is acknowledge the jealousy and use it to fuel your fire. Second one, be more grateful and acknowledge your progress. So I can't tell you how many times I've had sales with photography, and immediately after, it's like, $800, $1,500 sale, like right at the beginning when I started doing those types of sales. And I literally would just they would leave and I'd be like, okay, so I have to use this money to pay for this and this and this, and oh man, now I have to start thinking about how to find more clients, and what if nobody else will buy this much, blah, 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 blah. I would just spiral. And it was like I was not taking time to be grateful for what I had and what I was accomplishing and how far I had come. I was doing $200 sales, and now I was doing $850,000 sales, $1,500 sales. It's a huge difference. So, I want you to instead, when you do something that is great for your business, you've started to grow your email list, or you've made a sale, or you've booked a client, or you've, broken a barrier that you'd never broken, like $200, $500, $1,000, whatever the barrier is. I want you to acknowledge it and then be grateful for it. Write down things that you're grateful for all the time. If you're starting to feel comparisonitis, just write down like 3 things you're grateful for really quickly. It will just change your mind because you start thinking about the positive things that you're doing, the things that you're accomplishing. And instead of wallowing, you're totally transitioning your brain so that it starts thinking more positively. And being grateful is just a healthy practice anyway. You become, you become a more positive person the more grateful you are. So, so be super grateful and acknowledge how far you've come, and you will totally pull yourself out of comparisonitis the more that you do this. Okay, number 3, the last one, is do really awesome self-care. I cannot tell you how important this is. You have to take care of yourself. Your whole life cannot be your business. And I know as entrepreneurs and as photographers, we are so passionate about the fact that we are photographers and we just care so much. And we want to do it all the time. And we get really into what we're doing and we, get really focused and like laser beam focused. But you need to take care of yourself, whether it's a massage or painting your nails or taking a nap or going out for a walk or getting outside or reading a book. Whatever rejuvenates you. Because if you just get stuck in your business all the time, you're going to be less creative, you're going to be less motivated, you're going to get more frustrated, and you're not going to see how beautiful your life is. Even if your business isn't where you want it yet, your life, I would bet, is a beautiful thing. And you need to acknowledge that because the reason that you're trying to grow your business is to enhance the life that you already have. So get unplugged from your business. Go to Cafe Rio, whatever you want to do. It's the whole airplane scenario, right? Where it's like you need to first take care of yourself, put on your air mask, then you can take care of others. It's the same thing with your business. You have to take care of yourself, then you can take care of your business, okay? Cool? So I'd love to hear which of these really stood out to you, which one you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do more of that. Comment below, make sure to join the Facebook group, you can share there. And then what you're going to start doing today to get out of comparisonitis when it flares up. So go out there, stop comparing yourself to others, and grow your business. Bye, keep it real.